Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. So today we're going to be doing another channeled message for this evening. I usually shoot these in the evenings. If you're new to my channel message, essentially what I do is I like to channel off the camera first with like visions or do some automatic writing, see whatever comes through, and then I like to choose a crystal. We got the aura quartz, very tiny. This tiny little guy is our crystal for this evening. And sometimes I'll choose a theme. So I share my message. I share my message from like the crystal, I share my message from the automatic writes and the visions, and then I start pulling cards. So that's essentially how it goes. Please feel free to check out any of the other content on my channel. Remember to take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. You are the creator of your reality, and this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and start with the meditation first. So it is raining, obviously. Please just, I mean, you know, it's really nice. Think of the rain as ambience, like really comforting, natural ambience that we get to enjoy. And that's why I have my microphone close up, so you guys can hear me in spite of the rain. Okay. Woohoo! Smoky awesomeness. I'll leave that right there. Here is the singing bowl. And I'll hit it one more time. So for this theme, I wanted to call this theme Dark Matter. I'm going to call it Dark Matter. Let's go ahead and get into the message and you guys will find out why it's called Dark Matter. So for these collective messages, sometimes a lot of what I get is like, it's like broad teachings. A lot of the times is what my guides are teaching me. I'll just be like, hey, what's the collective message? Sometimes they'll, usually when I start pulling tarot and everything else, that'll kind of show me what the energy is. But today we mostly have like a lesson, like a teachable moment, or, you know, a lesson that's coming through, and we're gonna be focusing on that. And then I think the cards are going to start to tell us like what are the energies that are occurring and whatever advice the guides have for you. After this, I'll be doing a pick a card reading. I don't know when I'm going to upload it, probably slightly after this, maybe, or before it, but it's going to be about emotions and processing those emotions. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the message. What you see is not an accurate representation of who you are. So what they're saying essentially is like, this connects to how we see ourselves in the world. It's not a really fully accurate representation of who we are. There are many false projections that mislead people into thinking they know what they want and who they are. Life is like an ongoing film strip, telling a story, but what happens when you turn it off? What are you left with? Pure creation. Creation from inside of yourself. The universe is always guiding you on an intuitive thread that makes the impossible possible. Follow it and it will not lead you astray. Look inside of yourself. And then the vision that I got after I finished with that automatic writing was the guys who like hold, what are those signals or those lights at the airport, and they're guiding the airplane. So essentially the guys want they want you to think of yourself as you're the airplane, right? You're trying to like navigate where you're going. You're this huge machine. You can't really see it. But these guides that are holding the lights, they're your guides. They're the light beings. It's also the omens and the universe showing you the way. And the universe is always here to show us the way. So this is what I got from it. The universe is signaling to you guidance. In the dark is where you will find the light. So when I talk about the dark, I'm talking about not seeing, right? A lot of our intuition is just like, it's sensations. We can't see it. We can just feel it. So that's what I mean by dark. You're in the dark because you can't see it, but you can feel it. You do not need to know the answers to the universe. So you don't need to know all the answers. That's right. You do not need to know all the answers. So sometimes I think people put pressure on themselves to have it all figured out or to know the answer to what they want. It's actually perfectly fine to not know what you want. And that's why we all go on this beautiful seeking journey where we become very introspective and we want to know who we are, because we're doing all these things and none of them are satisfying us. None of them are really telling us who we are. So that's why, the universe is, your guides are rejoicing when you decide to really look inwardly to see who you are. That's where they want you to start. You don't need to know the answers. The reason why you don't need to know the answers is there's always a divine plan that's unfolding. So there's always like a predetermined understanding of like how they can, like, they're essentially mapping out your life. And along the way, you always have a choice. So you can choose to stay or you can choose to go. You can choose to go with the divine plan or you can choose to struggle. You always have free will to choose and decide your fate. But they already have a map laid out. They can see everything. They can see the bigger picture. They can see everything. That's why you need to learn how to trust seeing in the dark to find your way. Do not let your ego... Yeah, the universe will always provide you the answers. If you need answers, the universe is always going to provide the answers. Do not let your ego make choices or your fear make choices for you. Let your heart, soul, and spirit guide you. The Aura Quartz was communicating this. Penetrate the dark. You are welcome to enter into the mysteries of the universe from inside of you. So I was seeing a boat. It was like entering into this like new land, this new space, like another dimension. And it was opening up to, it was brought into this world where there's like this vast water and there are like mountains and like beautiful life all around it. That's essentially what it's like when you're really getting inside of yourself and you're becoming introspective, is you're essentially penetrating the insights of the universe, and they want you to do that, and you have to be proactive in doing that. Proactively participate in being a student of life. This is how you will access the answers and the endless knowledge that's available to you. So they just wanted to reinforce the importance of be an active member in seeking. So if you don't know, that's fine, but part of your existence is to find out, to like seek, to get curious. And the way that you do that is you have to essentially meditate or learn how to sit with yourself, learn how to practice self-inquiry and practice those asking those questions over and over again and get comfortable with it. So this is important because I think sometimes people, they sit there and they're like, oh, I'm so unhappy, life just isn't working out. And it's like, did you really try to penetrate into the insights of the universe? Or are you just sitting there thinking that you don't have the answers or thinking that things don't work out? I ask endless questions. When I was a kid, my parents always told me that I asked too many questions. So I stopped asking questions and I became a very reticent child. And then extremely introspective. It made me extra shy. Because, and I was not that student in class, I would not raise my hand, I would just go find out things on my own, which actually was helpful because I would get curious about things on my own and I would do the research. So I've always been, and a lot of us like deeply introspective spiritual seekers, we're very curious, we're great investigators, we're great researchers. And I would always get so curious about how things worked. My curiosity is what brought me here. So yeah, it's so important to understand, like, if you're in a place in life where you feel like you're not satisfied, there's always an answer to your problem. There's always an answer, a solution to what you're needing, but you need to open yourself up to, and you have to be proactive in like penetrating. Like, you have to meditate, you have to get curious, you have to be in nature, you have to do that work. That's the most important work we're here to do. It's not work for money or work to create a career. All of those things are natural consequences. Relationships, they're natural consequences of you just living your life. People will come in, experiences will come in intuitively, in divine timing. All right, so let's go ahead and start pulling some cards. Guides, what guidance do you have for the collective today? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is always about shifting your perspective. Perspective is very important. Again, with that, I want to re-emphasize the word of penetration. That was like the thing that came through, because I was seeing a boat like entering the front of the boat, entering into this like vast space, right? Which was symbolic of the dark matter, where pure creation is created. So here we have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So with that sword, again, you have to get curious. You have to use your mind. That's what the mind is for. You use your intellect to like grab a hold, to enter into that space where the universe can then guide you. So it can help you to shift your perspective and help you to understand that what you see, right? The Five of Pentacles is about material resources. It's about what you see isn't evidence of what is available to you. There's so much infinite knowledge available to you. So you have to use your mind to get curious and access it. Okay, let's see what else they want to tell us. So some of you guys may be needing to create boundaries right now in your life with this Five of Pentacles. Now's a really good time. They want you to just be so adamant and so clear about what it is you want to create for yourself, right? We have Queen energy. So this is you. You have this Queen of Swords. You have a powerful intellect at your disposal here to use to access the knowledge that you need in terms of knowing what's next for your life. And they want you to get curious about using that. So there might be some things that you're needing to cut out of your life, because that's part of the equation. If you cut things out of your life, especially limiting beliefs, that's the big one here with the Five of Pentacles. If you cut out those limiting beliefs, there is no limiting beliefs. Pretty much a lot of beliefs are limiting beliefs. Pretty much any belief is a limiting belief, because it's always expansive. Everything is there's always more to the equation. There's always more to it. When you think you know, you don't know, because there's always more. So cut away at that BS. I always say that on my channel. The BS is just like you telling yourself that you're not enough, you telling yourself that, well, that's it, I just got to give up, or you telling yourself that things are just not working. That's not the truth. This is just a temporary situation. Your guides are always here to help you move beyond. We have the Knight of Cups here. Let's go ahead and clarify this guy. It's about the matters of the heart. The matters of the heart. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is always about following a mission. He takes on a mission that again, I was talking about the heart, the soul, and the spirit, right? He uses his heart to guide him. He says, well, I'm going to move towards this, using my heart to guide me. That's what you're being called to do. Use your heart to guide you, to understand what is my next mission, what's my next few steps. It's going to show me, to help me be of use. So the reason why we're so restless, you know, we all have this restlessness in us, and we all want to know, like, what's my purpose and who am I? The reason why we're restless is because we know we're here to do something, or more importantly, be. We're here to be something. We're here to be us. And there's a natural like fluctuation, just like you think about the animals in the kingdom. They know when it's time to hibernate. They know when it's time to come out and be in spring. They know when it's time to procreate. Like, they just have these natural instincts for following. Like, where am I being called right now? Listen to that call. Listen to the call. Okay, so let's clarify this Knight of Cups. Woo. We have here High Priestess with the Knight of Wands. So again, about using your intuition, we're doubling down on that here with this High Priestess. The High Priestess, and it came out with the Knight of Wands. Fascinating. High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is just letting you know with these knights here, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, is the importance of being proactive in your spiritual journey. You have to be proactive. Like, you know how some people see spirituality as useless, or they see meditation as useless, or they see like, okay, we have monks and we have Buddhas, they're cool, they really know about life, but what are they really doing? They're doing everything. They're doing the most important thing, which is knowing who they are. So it's like that's what we need to use our masculine energy to do. Again, I was talking about the penetrate. That's also like a masculine force. It's masculine energy. You have to enter into that space. You have to be proactive. If you want to shift things in your life, be proactive in it. That masculine energy is for you to be like, okay, I want to shift something in my life. I'm being called to shift something because I'm feeling maybe restless, or I'm feeling intuitively like something needs to open up here. Something needs to shift. Okay. Clarify this High Priestess, please. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay, about needing to be honest with yourself. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Whoa. Okay. We have here the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so if you want to access the truth of the universe, this is a clarifier for the High Priestess here. If you want to access this knowledge, all it takes is curiosity. All it takes is curiosity. Here, we got the pages. You know, if you really want to be, you want to know the truth, like what is the truth? What are we here to learn? How can I be more aligned with who I am? Who am I? I want to know the truth of who am I. All it starts with is curiosity. Curiosity. Embark on that journey. Don't procrastinate. Curiosity is huge. Like it will take you far if you just start from that place. Okay, so let's go ahead and see whatever message the guides have for the collective. Yeah, I think some of you guys are just being called to step out. It's time to step out. It's time to move. It's time to shift that energy a little bit here. We have here, be devoted and committed. Be devoted and committed. Be devoted to this journey. Be committed to this journey. So I think maybe this message is very prominent right now because maybe you're in this place where you're like, okay, but what's the point? Or what am I here to do? Or there's just something I'm missing here. They just need to be devoted and be committed. Be a student of life. Sage. Sage. You have access to sage-like knowledge if you so desire and seek it. If you listen to a monk, or if you listen to the Dalai Lama, if you listen to them talk, they're not telling us anything that we don't know, right? They're telling us things where they find the ordinary extraordinary. They've simplified their life so much that they're able to just embrace the simplicity of how life is meant to be lived. And it's in that, excuse me, it's in that space that we can find so much peace. We can experience so much peace. Be devoted, be committed. There isn't a shortcut. There isn't a shortcut. Tell us more, guides. We have here round and round, round and round. Yeah. So if you find yourself in a round and round pattern, if you find yourself in a round and round pattern and you're just like, I need to break free of this. This isn't like, why am I still repeating the same thing over and over and over again? It's probably because we need to just get a little bit more curious and listen to those answers. I ask my guides the same questions all the time. They're never like, oh, stop asking us questions. We're sick of you asking us questions. Or we're sick of you asking us the same question. I just ask them the same question over and over until I'm reassured. And we need that reassurance, you know, and I seek it from inside of myself. I seek that reassurance from inside of myself. And my guides are always saying, hey, are you ready? Well, are you ready to go on this journey? Are you ready? Because we're offering you something, but are you ready for this? And I have to say yes. So if you want to break free of these patterns and these cycles of, you know, pain, inner pain, confusion, and suffering, I would say suffering is more of the accurate terminology here, then you need to be devoted and committed, and you need to get curious. You need to use that masculine energy to access that knowledge, that insight within you. Okay, so let's see any additional guidance for you. We have here Lilith Independence 29. Okay, I want to get curious, a little bit more curious about this independence. Well, this kind of does take me back to the energy of needing to access, like needing to go do the work. What's really cool about Lilith, she's a representation of an independent woman. So someone who is not codependent on other people or other situations to know herself. She's more focused on really just finding out who she is on her own. So codependency might be a pattern that you're trying to release yourself of. You want to be more independent in your desires, independent in knowing who you are and accessing that knowledge. What I also really love about this card is when you read about it, it's about a healthy independence in the sense that we don't push people away to the point where we're like, I'm not going to accept help. It's more about being so independently clear on who you are that you naturally attract the right situation, circumstances, and connections. And you're open to that. It's like you're actually going to attract healthy connections because you've independently gone on this journey to know yourself. And that's important. Okay, tell us more about Lilith. And yeah, we have your Page of Cups. Look at that, another page. You just need to get curious, right? Maybe you feel like, I'm a kid. I don't know what I'm creating. That's fine. Actually, the universe wants you to be in that place. The more you could humble yourself in this sense and just be like a kid and be open and see life with fresh eyes, actually, the more the universe can work through you. If you're always in this place of, well, I know the answer, then the universe can't really work with you. You know, you're not as moldable to accessing or learning or being flexible to the magic. So to be flexible and accessible to the magic, you can actually be independent and eternally youthful at the same time. It's like we're not worrying about life's problems here. We're just open to creating, pure creation. What can happen? I don't know. They want you to be in this place of like, I want to be open to pure creation right now. Let's see how it unfolds. We'll see what happens. Okay, tell us about the round and round, please. We have 3 of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you guys are going round and round about knowing like what your calling is, right? What am I here to do? 3 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. We're going round and round about stability, perhaps, with that 5 of Pentacles. Again, we're going round about thinking about how can I actually create stability here? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to access it. Well, I really love that we got the Knight of Pentacles because he is stable and he is the most confident in creating and building his future. He's willing to do the work. He's not trying to shortcut it here. Tell us more about this Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. It looks like they're asking you to be open to guidance and working with other people in collaborations to help you break free of your patterns, because maybe there's something that you have figured out, but in order for you to level up, you need to be open to working and collaborating with other people. If you're closed off, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Let's go ahead and see into what's the advice here, guides. What's the advice? The Emperor. Step into your power. Step into your power. Okay. Tell us more about the Emperor. I mean, he kind of looks like the Sage here, the be devoted and committed. I think the answer is just to be devoted and committed here. Be devoted and committed. That's the maturity that they need. Yes, they want you to see things with fresh eyes here, like the Page of Cups. But unlike, you know, the pages, you have to have this commitment of the Emperor. You have to have the commitment and the devotion of an Emperor to figure out what is unfolding here. Committed and devoted to the path. Tell us more about the Emperor here, the advice. We have here Justice card. Okay, again about the intellect and thinking clearly and getting the clarity that you need. Perhaps this is an opportunity for you to work with someone. Let's see. I need to find out more. Yeah, okay, that's the answer. Yeah, so the opportunity, I think there may be someone who you can work with. What am I getting intuitively? Be open to having a teacher come into your life, or be open to having, definitely, I mean, we have 4 of Wands, so it's like a soul tribe here. Be open to having a soul tribe. Be open to getting extra guidance from other people here that really want to help you and can help you to access that success that you've so desired to seek and create in your life. Be open to this. Yeah, because it looks like there's a possibility with that Justice card for you to sign this contract. They want you to be absolutely open to this. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else is coming through. We have here manifestation. Okay. Awesome. That is a huge positive omen for you guys. So it looks like you guys are manifesting something that you want. It's like a dream, very much 9 of Cups energy. Something that you desired to create, that you've been wanting to create. The manifestation, because this is popping up, I want to say this is in your energy right now. This is in your energy right now. So this is the time to get ready to be ready to be ready. You know, I've been telling you guys that in my readings for some time. So just get ready to be ready. And magic is going to come into your life here. You're manifesting something. You're manifesting something. A lot of you, it has to do with career. It has to do with career. For some of you, it might be connections as well, but mostly I'm seeing career. Okay, tell us more about the manifestation. Capricorn, there you go. Career, career, career. We get Capricorn energy here. Yeah, it's your career. Very obvious. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Now it's the time to be devoted and committed. What advice do you have for the collective guides? We'll do just a final piece of advice. Here we have here Uranus, radically change. What? Okay, any more advice you have for the collective, please? We have here Aries. Wow. Yeah, that is the Emperor energy, Aries. Powerful. Okay, we do have Libra, Aries, the Earth signs, Libra, Aries, Air, and Pisces. Here. Okay, so Uranus with Aries. I mean, I'm seeing the words brave here. Brave and passion. I think you need to be brave to follow your passion right now. Now you're being called to be brave. You're being called to be proactive. You're being called to get ready as well. That may be also why that channeled message really wanted to come through today, because they want you to get ready for this shift. It's going to be happening quite quick here with this Uranus energy. Just kind of depending on where you're at in your life right now. I think if you're entering into a stage of I'm ready to commit, I'm ready to be devoted, just in your energy, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but if you just feel this energy, it's showing up around you, you're thinking about it, then this is perhaps what you're ready to do. Embark on a new journey. With this Aries, it looks like you're creating your own path. You're creating something of your own to call your own. Something that you're leading. You're pioneering your own pathway. And with that Uranus, it could be like ingenious, like thinking, creativity that's being tapped into. Uranus is also about that collective energy. It's that collective energy. So maybe we're all going through a Uranus shift. It's been popping up a lot in my reading since I started this channel 6 months ago. Okay. Additional advice for my group here. What do you want them to embrace? We have here child, orphan, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. So that's kind of the big thing here is you're getting past this hump of surviving. We have child and we have orphan. So you're not alone. That's why they want you to get curious about using that intuition and accessing it better, because this child is surrounded by planets. So you have access to the entire universe. You have a whole team that's helping you. You just need to listen. Don't be stubborn. Listen to what they have to say. Get quiet. So if you feel like, oh, I don't know, there's so many different ways you can experiment and test out like how your intuition works. But you're about to get over this fear, even with that Aries, right? Even the penetration, that word, the boat entering into a vast space. To me, it's about you have to be proactive in creating your life with that Knight of Wands. It's like, I am so passionate about what I do. I'm going to let this pull me in the right direction. Our emotions are also very psychic. Our emotions can kind of tell us, follow your highest excitement. Follow your highest excitement at any given point in time. Okay, so now's the time. You are going to be creating a lot more independence for yourself. So less dependency. I think that, you know, for this channel, I feel like I get a lot of entrepreneur energy. So I think a lot of you guys are wanting to create something on your own that's going to succeed. You want to create that. We have this Capricorn. I mean, out of all the earth signs, Capricorn is the most developed. This is about long-term success. This is about that Knight of Pentacles of I'm willing to put in the long-term work to create a legacy. I'm willing to put in the long-term work to create an empire here. So it's like if you're wanting to build an empire, I think you're really being called right now to access that. There's going to be some people, situations, and circumstances that start aligning perfectly and activating. So you want to take advantage of that energy right now because you're manifesting it as we speak, literally as I speak. Right, final piece of advice for my collective. The gift of gratitude, heart chakra. That's beautiful. Yeah. So number 15, the gift of gratitude, heart chakra. Okay. So The biggest piece of advice, I mean, this woman, she has her eyes closed. She looks like she's at a spa. She's surrounded by plumerias, which is a symbol of purity. There's a pure hearted desire that's manifesting for you here. There's a pure-hearted desire that's manifesting for you. And they just want you to continue to tap into the gift of gratitude. Gratitude, just to feel emotions, is a gift. To breathe is a gift. If you focus more intently on your gratitude and expanding your heart chakra, then there's just so much that's going to unlock for you with ease. Again, what are you going to use? Your heart, your soul, and your spirit to guide you, in the dark matter, through pure creation. We're always trying to think of like, how do I create this? How do I create this business? I'm like, when you're following your heart, your spirit, and your soul, you don't have to think about it. You're going to naturally be inspired to know. That's what the universe offers you, is knowing during certain periods in time. And then there's going to be periods where you don't know, right? So we're having to get quiet again and listen. And I think Oprah also, she would always talk about like how she would get quiet and listen. Get quiet and practice listening for what's next. Sensing for what's next. Okay. I am great. I am full. I am full of greatness. I am grateful. Firstly, thank you for being you. Be grateful for your whole journey. Appreciate your growth and all the beautiful things you have done. Understanding that you are truly invaluable even during your downs. Having gratitude is the highest way to live. It puts you in touch with the preciousness of life. Gratitude will bring prosperity and will guide you to live your creative destiny and encourage you to leave only a legacy of love. Committing to continuous gratitude. There it is, that word commitment. They want you to commit to it. Commit to continuous gratitude is an effective tool to keep your heart open and to create new patterns, which lead to beautiful new perceptions and experiences. There we go. Lead to beautiful and new That's what you're trying to do. Practicing daily gratitude will open your heart and transform your life into increasingly positive experiences. Hold consistent and gentle appreciation for what you already have and the faith that everything always holds a blessing and an opportunity. Keep a gratitude journal. When you experience a negative thought pattern, refocus your attention towards seeing opportunities and write down what you're grateful for. So reach for that highest, most positive thought. If you can do it, you can do it. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Okay. That's going to be the end of this collective message. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. I do. And yes, so let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what's going on in your life, if it resonated, if you felt like it was helpful for you in any way, shape, or form. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe to support. Bye.